we want you to come over and introduce him at the program. He's going to give a big speech out there. He came back from Dubai or somewhere. He's over there teaching. He's one of the curly-headed crew. So, now, we had sent him, and he was married to the curly-headed crew girl, you know, Zakia. He was married to her. We sent him, and we had sent what's the name up there, the Seattle area. On the whole curly-headed crew, we sent up there with books and everything. Opened a little center. Hashim Alauddin. They was all up there. The whole curly-headed crew was up there. Okay. So, why don't you come out and he's gonna be here this evening. So I said, okay, I'll come on out. So I came out, and he used an I must did before. I say, y'all know him as Dr. Scott Ritter, we know him as Brother Wali, and we're happy to have him here. And so the show's up to you. So he gets to talking. He's out there with Faisal Khan now, and they're doing this on purpose. He breaks into the filthy Zionists, worse than we talk. And all the conspiracy theories, he's running them. He's not even talking about no medicine. See, medicine. Medicine is sin. If you practice it, it makes sense. But anyway, he ain't talking about none of this. So as he's going on, their eyes is getting big, they paranoid, that's where they act. So he, man, Musa, you gotta get him down. I said, I didn't put him, y'all called me out here. I don't have nothing to do with this. Y'all called me. Then now they're trying to blame it on me. I said, y'all invited him, he came from Dubai or somewhere else. And they want me to, so I'm not laughing, but I know it's a setup.
Right.
I know it's a setup. So, yeah, I mean, he's conspiracy theories, us times 3. You know what I mean? Or he's like, what's the old guy, the white guy on TV?
Alex Jones.
He's like Alex Jones plus. And he's talking like that too. And I'm saying, good God Almighty, what happened to you, Brother Wali? I'm just looking at it. And they're fixing it so I can't come out there anymore. I've been out there 2-3 times with a box. I'd like to make an announcement about something or other. Sure, you can come back on such and such a day. I come back as a guy there got a box about Syria. I said, okay, when can I come back talking to Brother Faisal? You could come back on this date, and he writes it on the calendar. I come back, something else is going on. I forgot. I said, see the calendar right there? He wrote it down on the damn calendar. And then I told him, I said, Faisal, don't let nobody steal your akara. In other words, the guys out there, he's a MSA guy from the old days. So don't let them jokers steal your akara, man. You know me, you know what's happening. And don't let them, you know, I was telling him, you're getting old, about 79 then. I said, you're getting on up there, brother. You know, so you gotta switch to good. As much good as you can get under you. Not all these lies. Anyway, the curly-headed crew. Hashim Alauddin, when I was at UC Berkeley a few years ago, who's handling the program? Hashim. Who's acting funny with with Malcolm when they go down and what's the name? Imagine that whole crew, when they pull up out here, all that whole crew. In other words, this stuff has been going on for decades. For 40 years that I know, I mean, on the Islamic tip. So they understand who we are. But can you imagine that every avenue of information in the United States is closed off to the public? What does that mean? That means ICNA, all the big groups are all under the same umbrella, and if you ain't on the team, you're not going to talk there. You're not going to get a chance to say anything. That's the way it is. That's the way it is right now. Now, the other thing is, imagine that the system uses all of this power to crush the motivation and the spirit of our people. But supposing you're on the run, maybe up in New York or somewhere, maybe in the late 60s or early 70s, late 60s, and you're part of the BLA by then, and then suppose they send a woman from Canada or somewhere, anywhere, to marry you. Why? Because you're on the run, and that. And now, once they get the girl up on you, it's all over, right? I have a friend, he said to stop sending money and stuff to his wife. I said, good, he's got the idea now. He knows, good. Finally, I mean, it's late, but better late than never. How the hell do I know? Because people I'm with here, I can see who they get along well with. They like so-and-so, that's the police. Why? Because they the police. It's simple as that. They don't like me, but they like each other. Right? That's too simple. It's too simple. Okay. Now, this stuff is, people think is risky business, but business is a risk. But working fi sabilillah is not a risk. It's not a risk, because you don't do no risk management, there's some management involved in it. For instance, if there's a nice lady in the curly-headed crew, and you may not, you can see how things develop, but they might have reformed in all those years. You know what I mean? They may, by that time, made a transition. Or they may be stuck where they are, just waiting for you to say, well, finally we'll get together and do these things. They might be, boss man will put them there, and they'll sit there for 5 years, 10 years, however long boss man put them, because marriage to other people, oh, we love each other. But the white man have people all around here marrying, divorcing each other all the time. And they have kids, and it ain't just part of the thing. It's part of the routine, right? Because that's their job. Okay. Now, in the middle of all of that, it is not a risk when you, now let's add up where we are right now. We got to evolve, and we believe we should evolve at a rapid pace because of what's going on. You see what I mean? In other words, just cruising along. Now everything that we have acquired we have to get it out there. And therefore, we have to have the apparatus, we have to have the media, we have to develop that on our own now. We have to develop our own media. We have to develop not only me, but a group of people that get around and put this truth out. You see what I mean? In other words, we have to do that. We don't have to do it, but according to our plan, according to the environmental circumstances we find ourselves in, it behooves us to move in this direction. Why? To move in this direction because that's where we are now. You see what I mean? That's where we are now. So therefore, since that's where we are, that means we have to evolve ourselves. Now, the last time we was at this stage, we played the regular old game with Boss Man. We had him do it. Why? We knew we were surrounded. Okay. So, what did they want? They wanted for me to be a figurehead. They have everything around me, right? But I'm a figurehead. I have no authority because everybody I'm going to, maybe, whatever they are. And it works out that way because why did everything in Oakland, why ain't nobody, you mean in all of California, out of all the tons of programs we had, out of all of that we was doing just in California. Forget about Arizona and Washington and Oregon, just California. At all the universities, at all those massages, right? I could show you pictures of hundreds of people at our rallies and everything out there. Where are they at? Where are they at? Where did they go? Right here, all downtown. You go back a few years ago, we had big screens. Remember them big screens they see in person, they see on the screen? And we was in harmony with everybody around here. Doll hit all out there, everybody, right? All those big demonstrations, right in D.C. What happened? Everybody forget, right? At that time, they were sure of one thing, that we're going to have him as a figurehead, because all these people, they got control of him. So we put together as good a package as we could, and we just played along with it. No, we're just a figurehead. But as a figurehead, we got to go here and there, and, make certain points. And we play like we don't know nothing. Right? Then all of a sudden, at a certain time, we say, okay, jig is up. As soon as we say that, they pull back everybody they got. All at one time. That's what happened. That's why when you come here, you don't see nobody. That's why no matter how many people is watching that, right, that's good for them. We hope that it becomes a mechanism for improvement. But here we are right now. Here we are right now. What do we do, right? Well, it's very simple. What do we do? We redefine. We can't run the old okie doke that we just ran on them, you know what I mean? Just we can't run that again. And we told them what we was doing, so we would have to evolve. We do stuff where we have to evolve. Right? So we can't go down that way again. So we close that trail off ourselves. We close it off ourselves so we will, right, can't go down that trail again. All right. So now the redefinition. We have to redefine what endurance is, what toughness is. And we have to train ourselves on a higher level. shape if you do stuff. You're not in the best shape at all time, right? Sometimes you just let yourself cruise a little, you know. Then when you get ready, you tighten yourself. I don't even think it's good. They don't even keep the Army and the SEALs and all of them in tip-top shape all the time. They let them relax a little bit sometimes. Why? Because when you relax a little bit, right, then you get back. When you get back, you just on 80%. You ain't went nowhere. If they call you, you can go. Then you pop back up to 95%. You know what I mean? And the same thing in this. You can return to a functional period almost any time you want. I call it technically, personally, I call it functional ecstasy. Ecstasy, where you're just happy as you can be. But it's functional. Not, right, LSD trip, stuff like that. No, but you just functional. That's where we are now. That's where we are now. That's part of our mission right now, because that's where the community and that's where the world is. The people have no idea about Donald Trump and about the Democratic Party and swiftboating, and they don't know that, right? You don't even hear that. And in Iran, where they know it's true, or whoever that know it's true, they want to convince us that what we see is not true. So they can tell them people, like some of the big shots say, I see in those people a look of, and I said, hey, I don't see that. Them people, they're just, I say, those demonstrations, maybe 25% of them might be all right. But I say, Black Lives Matter, I saw all them Negroes, they avoid us, right? They don't want to see us. The only people who respond to us down there is the police, right? Well, just imagine, we there with the microphone. Okay, this is a choreographed fight now. Let's see, he throw the bottle, and now he's gonna go get him, and watch this, and then here come my homeboy with his shirt off. Come get me. As I told you, there you go, right? And then the police is right here, right with us. I mean, not with us, but they're right there. They didn't move them where? 1 foot away from us, right? Right downtown, across from the White House. They didn't move us one. And then when we out there on Black Lives Matter Square, whatever it is, and we are talking to the people, the Black Lives Matter kids walk right by us like they ain't seen us, and they don't want to hear what we're talking about. They don't want to gain no experience, because everybody out there, everybody involved in that you see, is part of this process. That's why the brother in Iran called me the other day. He said, they don't believe in America, all of that stuff is choreographed, but they don't believe it because here, that stuff is not choreographed. You see what I mean? They have a real fight over there, it's a real fight. But if they have a fight over here, it's martial arts, you know, okay, it's like wrestling. Yeah, that's the best, right?
Yeah.
It's like wrestling.
We were right in the middle of it.
It
was clear here.
Yeah.
I don't know about anywhere else, but it was clear here.
No, it's clear here. So look, and wherever we go, but you got to remember, I'm going to say this in a minute. See, everybody been watching us. Now, there's a group of physical police. Now, the physical police, how do they treat us? Hey, how you doing? And even, assalamu alaikum, right?
Right, yeah.
Right?
That happened.
That's the way the physical, and they follow us around to make sure, or they cut us off in the street. So, like I say, when I go over there and run, they right over there. I said, these boys ain't trying to scare me, they trying to let me know that they almost got my back. You know why? Here's where we are in the world today. It finally come to the point where it's that the Zionists take over America, or America protect itself. Remember, the enemy of my enemy is my friend? The police done watched us so long, not so long, it's been from way back, but they know us. They know it. They know I ain't going for nothing. No, I don't want that. I'm not going, I don't care what you, I don't like that. I'm not going to do that. Well, there's something in it for you. Say, hell, I don't want that. I don't do that. Right? They already know that. So they know whatever we tell them, that's basically what it is. Okay? They're not quite like that. They're part of, they got whistleblowers in the system, but they see what happened to whistleblowers. Here's what our move is right now, is to incorporate those people as, like, call them allies, or a team of agents. They there, they the good team. Not good team, they can't be good, but they're our support team. Because it's not about black and white anymore, it's about who will control America. Will America run its own business, or will they be handmaidens for the Zionists? So far, this has got out of hand. They know that the Zionists run their country. And there's enough of them that don't like it. There's enough of them don't like it. And they know that we definitely don't like it, and we're going to go out and do what we can, jump up and down. They're not going to do that at first. They're not going to show themselves. But we're appealing right now to the percentage. We've always, this is not new, we've always said that there's a percentage of people in the FBI and all these other security agencies. It's always